4m minus 7
4m minus 7
equals 6.
equals 6. Everybody see that, right? Any questions? 4m minus 7 equal 6. Okay? We just copy this, paste. Right. What modifications can we do here? We're solving for m. Anybody?
Cancel out the 7.
No, this is
By
not a 7.
adding.
This is not a 7.
Cancel the negative 7.
Cancel out the negative 7 by
By adding.
Adding the positive.
And what you want
Adding on both
to
sides.
you on the other side.
So let's see if insert equation have the crossing out. Go back in equations, crossing out. If it doesn't have, then it doesn't matter. Just to explore it. I don't use it much. I normally use my math type, but just to show you all, because you may not have math type, you have to download it, you have to pay for it. Alright, so it might be somewhere, but we don't have much time to look for it. How to cross out should be somewhere. How to, wait, probably there. Oh no, not seeing it there. This is accent. Okay, so I'm not saying it. So everybody know minus 7 plus 7 is 0. Okay,
So 13/4 is the answer.
because 7 plus 6 is 13. And then we all know we have to divide by 4. Okay, to cancel out 4. Okay, let me just copy this. And I want a fraction, so we go back in equation. Fraction here. Put the 4m there. Paste, and then put your 4. And then you copy down the 13. Or you cut it out. Then you come back there, you put the 14 over there. Control V. 4. And then you copy this. Go there, you paste it. Then it's just a m we want. M is equal to 13/4. You can leave your answer as 13/4, but how else can you put your answer? If you leave your answer as 13/4, it's correct, but how else can you put
As a decimal,
you can put as a decimal. What is 13/4?
3.3.
3.3. But what else can you do with 13/4?
In mix.
You can put as a mix. That would be how much? 3? 3 and what?
So mix.
Yeah, mix. So
Mix
it's
fraction.
a whole number and a fraction. So what is the fraction?
1/4.
1/4. Alright. So that's why I put 3.3, but you can leave it as 3.25, right? No? $14.25. Okay, 14.3, okay, you round it off, but 14.25 as the decimal is just 2 decimal places. So, you know, a mathematician would rather see it as 0.25, you check, and or 3.25, or you can leave it as 13/4. Okay, so that's what you do to solve for m, and as we had expected, you may not get a whole number, but get accustomed to solving and getting your answer as a fraction. So what we have done here, we can easily copy this. We are going to solve for n now. Can we solve for m? Do we have enough information to solve for n? I think so. Right. So what's our equation? And always bear that in mind. To solve for an unknown, you need an equation. Take note. To solve for any unknown, you need an equation. Once you are solving mathematics, sometimes, all right, so we're just solving for m, and in mathematics, once you hear the word solve, you need an equation. So to solve for any unknown, you need an equation. Sometimes the equation is given to you, all right, or most times, the equation is given to you. However, you may need to form the equation, then solve. So this is a case where you have to form the equation. So that's what this question is training us to do. All right, to form the equation, then solve. The question says solve for n. Okay, we are going to use this information to solve for n. All right, let me just carry this down there, just for instead of going up and down. We need to solve for n. All right, and so far there isn't any equation. We have to form an equation to solve for n. Okay, we need an equation to solve for n. Okay, so can somebody please help us to form the equation to solve for n? We have solved for m already.
13/4 -3.
13/4, because m now is 13/4. We just solved for m already. Okay, but we can start from scratch. Let's use the letter m first. Okay, but you're correct. If you put your 13/4, you are correct. But someone who just coming in, and we're going to solve for n. So n now is occupying what position n is occupying? A what?
A22.
A22, the second row, the second column. So all elements that occupying A22, that's what we have to use to solve for n. M is in A22, that means the second row, the second column. So we put m minus, look the minus sign there. Where's the A22 in this one? Second row, second column. 3
3.
equal n. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have solved for m already. We got m to be 13/4 or 3/4 or 3.25. You can choose any one of them. It's up to you. Let's choose the 13/4. All right. You can just copy it. So we know m is 13/4. So in the place of m, we put 13/4 minus 3 equal n. Okay. Now, very simple. What is 13/4 minus 3? If you want, you can put 13/4 minus 3/1 is equal to n, as some of us say, or you can go straight into your calculator and work this out. Okay, because you are allowed to use your calculator in this course. So if you want to do it manually, you put 13/4 minus 3/1, you get your common denominator, and you know how to do that. Please research it. Just go in YouTube. Okay, just go in YouTube. You want to learn this manually. This course is above that level. Okay, but you can just go in YouTube. Here we are. Okay, that's the advantage of, I always say that, recommend always comment on, and you just right, you just type in, okay, how to subtract a fraction and a whole number. All right, and please do that now and then. If you get the time, please do the little revisions, because it can serve you well in the future. Here you have it. You have the whole number minus the fraction, and then you have the fraction minus the whole number, but it doesn't matter. The whole idea is to get a common denominator. I think this one is popular. I sometimes use it for, CXC and so forth. And right. and then you have it
like
here.
adding mixed numbers, subtracting fractions,
And
order of operations, and
the whole idea is that you can do that, and the more you can do that, the better for you. All right, because remember, it's a language you are learning, so it builds upon each other. So you're creating a foundation for the future. Okay, but you are allowed to use your calculator in this course. So you just go straight off 13 over 4. Anybody have the answer already?
1/4.
So 1/4. 13 over 4 minus 3 is 1/4. And that makes sense, isn't that so? All right, because 13 over 4 is 3 1/4, isn't that so? So if you're taking out 3 from 3 1/4, what you are left with? 1/4. So even by looking at it, so that's why I say don't just run into the calculator, you know, quickly. Analyze what you are doing, learn the numbers, because you're on your way to become a professional, associates, masters, bachelors, masters, PhD, policy makers. So don't run away from the numbers, get to know the numbers, and then you can go into the calculator. So that makes sense. 14 over 4 minus 3 is 1/4. So you take a little time and you reflect on that, and then it makes sense, because 13 over 4 is 3 1/4. So you're taking out 3 from 3 1/4. What you are left with is 1/4. Okay. And what I can do, I can even put it like that there. Just a minute. Just to spend some time. Because the thing is that now, the purpose of the assignment, I always trying to remind all my students, is not just to get a mark. Okay, you're not just doing the assignment to get a mark. You're doing the assignments to learn the concept. So the more we can spend some time, discussing the concept, it's worthwhile. Here you have it. 3 1/4 minus 3. So you're taking out 3 from 3 1/4. 13 over 4 is 3 1/4. All right. So when you take out 3 from 3 1/4, what you are left with basically is 1/4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It makes sense, right?
Yes.